MJ, checking out this watery walk. Get a choppy water. If you don't have your sea legs, don't come out here. It's not gonna happen. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. If you choose to do so. Get a nice little mini choppy water walk. See if we can get a close up down there. Look at that water. Ships over there all the way in the background. I don't know if tanker ships, cargo ships, basic military ships. Just want y'all to see this water. I put my boots underneath like the lip of my mattress. So every time I rolled up, I kind of like rolled up my boot and then rolled back down so I wouldn't fall out my rack. So that was pretty cool. Oh, I just got showered with this salt water. Holy crap. Alright, let me see what else we got over here. Those are just the docks over there, you know. Hopefully those guys and girls over there staying warm, because working on the docks in this weather, man, I know they catching it. You can fish off this pier too. I just saw a sign said fishing. I always knew this was here, but I never really, came down to this part of this facility. You got this low tide over here, got the rocks all built up. So this is like coming to the end of it. I'm trying to see if I want to walk around or take my shortcut back through this facility where I just came from. Yeah, it's the other side. So that's all I wanted to talk about. Nothing good. Just letting y'all get a nice little sea view live for today. Because I know I haven't been posting in a little bit, posting my videos, but I still been working out. Don't get me wrong. And I thought I had my short videos set up for the rest of the year, but I ran out of shorts, so I got to put some more shorts on. When I say shorts, I mean short videos, not short pants. But yeah, so I'm gonna get back on the grind. Like I said, I just jump into my workouts, and I just got videotaping them. I mean, I know I was doing lives big time, but with the weather changing and everything like that, my workout stadium outside, where I do my workouts at in my backyard, it's I can't work out back there now because the wind is blowing my equipment all over the place, and I gotta wait till all the leaves fall off the trees so I can vacuum up all the leaves and stuff. But I get in my garage, I work out in my garage, which is cool. But I can't, I'm like, man, I like to take care of my stuff. I mean, I can pull my vehicles out of the garage and, work out in there. But it's a nice little tight space right there where I can like get my workouts in, which I've been doing. You see me doing my lives. But I'm limited to space, and I don't want to pull my vehicles out because, I don't know, I like to take care of my cars, my vehicles, you know? So I don't want to pull them out when the weather is like, you know, too cold, or if it's raining or whatever. So I'd rather keep them inside or whatever and just do a workout based on, you know, the limited space that I have. 6 people in the chat, 1 thumbs up, appreciate it. Just showing y'all this nice water and the seagulls flying around. Got a bag, but I don't have no food for them. They'll be all right though. Just gonna get this last walking this pier on this facility. This is a nice facility. I don't really want to put it on camera because I don't want no controversy. But I just wanted to show y'all again, like this choppy water. I just walked down to one end, and I'm gonna walk back down to the other end until I get back to my vehicle. Then I'm gonna head home and probably do a workout. I just had an appointment. I just had my 6-month checkup, well, a follow-up to my 6-month checkup. Make sure I'm good to go so I can continue doing my workouts, whether I'm doing live workouts or whether I'm doing recorded workouts. The live workouts is great because it saves me a lot of time. I can just record, I do the live, and then don't have to worry about no editing. That's the good thing about doing lives. You don't have to edit at all. But I like editing. That's my problem. I like editing. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it live when I get home, or just do a recorded video. 10 times out of 10, I'm probably gonna do a regular video because guess what? I'm doing a live right now. Oh, no fishing, can't fish on this part. But the other part over there, you can do some fishing. I don't see what's the difference, but that's just the rules and regulation of this facility. All right, what we got? Got 6 people in the room, 1 thumbs up. How y'all like this choppy water? I apologize for the chat. They got the buoy. Look at even the buoy look like it's trying to like jump up on the pier. The water's crashing against the side of the barricade down here. But yeah, man, I kind of miss it, man. I see the the ships in the background. Every now and then I get like, I guess you could say, not seasick. You know how you get homesick because you haven't been home in a while. So not saying seasick because once you get your sea legs when you on a ship, you good to go because you be rolling with the swells. But when I first was on that doggone ship, boy, I tell you, man, I felt like I was on a roller coaster, man. My equilibrium like freaking blew up, and next thing you know, I'm calling out Earl, I'm calling Ralph in the bathroom. I wasn't the only one, because I wasn't the only young buck on there like freaking calling Earl and Ralph. You know what Earl and Ralph is, right? You know, when people be up chucking, they be in the bathroom like, Earl, or Ralph, sounding like you're throwing up. That's the funniest sound in the world. But you got to know your system. So what I did was, I mean, they got them seasick pills you can take or whatever, but I'm not a medication prone person. I don't like putting all that crap in my system, man. So what I pretty much did when I ate or when I drank something, I ate extra like crackers or bread, to soak up the fluids. So that helped me out big time with like maintaining like me from like having to run to the head, the up chuck, you know what I mean? So that was my savior, and I got I passed that tip on to a lot of my buddies or whatever that was in the same situation with me, and also the new jacks that came to the ship, like seasick and everything. So that was crazy. But once we get to them calm waters, when we was going to all those different tropical islands and stuff, man, that junk was like heaven, man, because it was calm water, smooth sailing, everybody was happy. Honestly, like when you do your mess cooking tour on the mess decks, that's kind of like well, I don't know, I guess it's like a tradition, because when you're on the mess decks, you get a chance to meet everybody on the ship, because everybody got to come down there and eat. But when we're in heavy seas or whatever, you don't see nobody on the mess decks eating, because they all in their racks and they bunk sick, trying to keep from throwing up. So that's less food that got to be distributed out, and that's less cleaning at the end of the lunch hour, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner hour. So that was the only reprieve from having to do hard work, you know, when you on the mess decks. But I'm glad my department at the time, doing communications, it was only like 2 of us. So I didn't really have to spend no time on the mess decks, because when we got underway, you know, my job is primarily like underway. Now when I'm in port, you know, I'm a king. I don't have much of nothing to do, because, you know, I have my own like area on the top of the ship. It's called the signal bridge, and I'm up there in my little office, got all my equipment cleaned and everything. So pretty much all I gotta do is wait till Liberty call, chill out in the cruise lounge, watch TV, play games or whatever. So I kind of had it like it was like a, you know, a piece of cake for me, being on the ship and everything. But those days are behind me, but the memories will always be there. As y'all can see over there, they got like a little beach front over there. This is my first time. I mean, I walked this path before, but I never walked it in its entirety. And I'm surprised I'm doing it right now, because, you know, the weather is starting, you know, wintertime is like, well, it's like fall now. It's a little chilly, but y'all saw it. I don't know if y'all saw the gear I had on. Let me show y'all the gear I got on. I actually got on shorts. Well, that's your boy. The cold don't bother your boy. I'm just rocking it up. Oh yeah. Got something else I want to show y'all right quick. This right here, I think this is awesome. I think this is the 4 branches of the military with the American flag. I'm probably going to take a photo of this. This is awesome right here. Y'all can see that. I'm going to have to screenshot this. That is nice. See that? You got all the different branches. Got the Army. Got the Navy, of course. Department of the Navy, United States of America. Then you got Department of the Navy, which is the Marine Corps. Then you got the Air Force, got the Coast Guard, and then you got the Palmyra, Prisoner of War, Mission to Action. Only one that they don't have here now, because that's a new branch of service that came out, is the Space Force. They don't have the Space Force yet. So I guess when that comes about, you know, they'll get that up. But that's an awesome little setup right there. Now back to my choppy water. Well, we got 8 people in the house. Appreciate it. I know this is not really much to like, so if you want to hit the thumbs up, it's totally up to you. If you want to subscribe, that's totally up to you. You know, the choice is yours. No big deal for me, because I just like doing videos and stuff just for fun. You know, just showing a little bit of my, I guess what you call it, daily routine with my workouts. Sometimes I do my smoothies. But the reason why I really came on here was mostly to show y'all this choppy waters out here. Because I had some flashbacks of when I used to be at sea and freaking hitting these waves like crazy. Now if you're on a certain type of ship, like let's say a aircraft carrier, you probably won't even feel these waves, man. It's probably like a big old cruise ship just cruising across the water. And you'll be like, I was on a fast frigate, but it was like I guess you could call it like a medium-sized ship, because they have ships smaller than the ship that I was on. But man, when the water was choppy like this or worse, man, you felt every wave crashing, hitting the side of that ship. And the good thing about that was I was so fascinated with, man, these seagulls really follow me. I'm trying some red. Normally when I come out and go places, I see ducks and stuff. I used to keep like I don't eat croutons. Like, you know how you go to the restaurant, you get the salad and they give you them croutons. I used to keep croutons like in a pocket in my car. in my SUV. And then when I'm going out to the parks and stuff, I normally stop and feed the birds and stuff, whatever. But I haven't done that in a while, so I don't have anything like that. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying, I was fascinated with like driving the ship, right? Like piloting the ship. And I didn't know, I was a new guy. I didn't know what was going on. I'm learning my trade and everything and going to school for my trade. And when I reported to my ship, like I said, the bridge where they drive the ship is like right underneath, where my workstation is at, the flying bridge. So you have the flying bridge, which is on the top of the ship, and you have the regular bridge where the ship is piloted. And everybody said, oh, no, nobody believed me at first. They was like, man, the captain drives the ship. I said, no, the captain don't drive the ship. The captain gives the orders on the ship. And then even when he's not there, they have a secondary officer called the counting officer. He's the guy that like gives the orders for the ship and everything like that. For when you're driving, he asks you to, plot the course, plan the course, and what speed you're going to go. So I was fascinated with that, man, and I wanted to do it. So I went down there to the job field they're called deck seamen, bosun mates. So bosun mate, he called himself the bosun mate of the watch. So the bosun mate are the guys that drives the ship, pilot the ship, and operates the small boats. So I wanted to do that. So when I asked him, and I met the guy, me and the guy became cool, and I found out that he's from New York. And at the time I was in Jersey. And I wound up meeting him again after we both left the ship. He actually came to the same reserve center that I was doing my part when I did a few years of reserve time before I actually came back after duty. And he said, yeah, just go get your PQS, which is personal qualification standards. And I had to get that stuff signed off as I go. So I was standing under instruction, watching the other deck seamen like that was already qualified drive. And I was learning. So after learning the lee helm is the part of the ship that, it controls the speed that you're going. So the counting officer say all ahead full or, engine stop. So you have to control that. It's kind of like when you put your car in drive, park, reverse, or whatever like that. But on a nautical standpoint, that device lets the engine room know what speed that the ship is going to go to. So that's all I was doing, just standing there. The counting officer say all ahead full or all back, standard stop, or whatever the case may be is, and I would do it. And then after that, of course, after watching the helmsman drive and them teaching me how to keep it on course, because it's all about navigation, so that became part of my PQS, pilot the ship. So I got a chance to actually drive the helm. So I was on the helm driving the ship, which is cool. The kind of officer would be like, steer course 320, steady, 14 knots, or whatever it was at the time, based on where we was at, how fast we can go. So if you calculated 14 knots, you have to calculate that into miles per hour. So I had to learn a whole new speed, timetable for piloting the ship. So that was cool. So after I learned how to do that, I got good enough, because you can get good enough. The weather is actually cool down here. You got the yachts and the small boats and everything down here. Where's the little beach? Oh, the beach is over there. I couldn't get to it. That's like a blue water. It's like private beach area over there. So that's closed off from this property. Yeah. So after you get oh man, somebody out here ice fishing. You might as well call it ice fishing because it's freezing over there. But yeah. So I was driving the piloting the ship, and then the bosun mate of the watch, he called my name or whatever. He was like, he called you by your title. Like I said, I was in communication, so he called me my comms title. Normally they just call me Sigs. And they was like, you ready to be helmsman and lee helmsman? And I was like, both of them? Oh, that's why that girl, every time I come down, I think she arguing with somebody. Gosh, she's loud. She must be mad at somebody. I don't know, boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, whoever. I don't know. But anyway, every time I come by, she walk away because I guess she don't want me to hear her conversation, which is all good. I'm not a nosy guy. But yeah, bosun mate said, Hey, you ready to be Helm and Lee Helmet? I said Helm and Lee's helmet? Do both of these at the same time? Which is easy, because just like when you're driving a car, you put the car in drive and you just drive. Unless you got like a stick shift, and yeah, you got to keep shifting every now and then. So that's pretty much how it was, you know? If I'm driving, keeping on steady course 320 or whatever it is, every now and then the kind of officer might say, you know, he might change the knots, and I might have to shift the lee helm to like, you know, a faster or slower pace. So it wasn't as, you know, when you're looking at something like that, yeah, it looks difficult and it looks complicated. But with me, with anything, you know, anybody, you know, have the capacity to learn. So once you get on there and actually physically doing it, it's like, oh, yeah, because like you said, you know, you've been training, you've been learning how to do it. So every step of the way, everything I did, I had to get signed off. And then once I got everything signed off, I had to be tested, because I was what they call UI, under instruction. So once my under instruction was completed, I had to do the physical test, which was great. And, you know, of course, you know, I passed it with flying colors if they let me do the helm and the lee helm at the same time. Now, funny story, two funny stories about the helm and lee helm. When I finished my watch up on the flying bridge, dude, I was like fascinated with, like I said, driving the ship, piloting the ship. I would come downstairs to the bridge, and the deck seamen, they would be like, you know, piloting the ship. A lot of those guys, like I said, they throw you in quick, because you got to get qualified, you know, to do like, you know, your particular job on the ship. So these guys was qualified, but they was like, some of them were still like getting seasick. And the funny thing is, they would have like a small trash bag on their hip. So if they get seasick, you know, they would just up chuck in the bag, and they would keep it moving. You know, they would keep driving the ship, you know. And then the kind of officer would be like, Helmsman, mark your helm, because he steered off course a little bit or whatever. But they would be happy as heck when they see me come down there, because they know that, you know, I'm all about like piloting the ship. And they be like, oh, Jackson on deck. And I go up to the commanding officer after I look at him. So I go up to the commanding officer with my salute. I'm like, commanding officer, request permission to relieve the helm. Steering course 320, speed 20 knots. And then I would take over the helm and the lee helm, just like that. It was like a piece of cake, man. Like I said, those guys love seeing me come through there. But the funniest thing is seeing those guys, like, I threw up a couple times, my first, but I wasn't throwing up like while I was driving the ship, because it's like you're in control. So if you see those waves and stuff, and you going, across the ocean, then you hitting the waves like straight up. It's just like some people even get car sick. You know, some people get car sick too. Like if they sitting in the back seat in a car doing like sharp turns or whatever, they'll get car sick in the back of the seat. But if you're in the front seat, you're pretty much fine, you know? So that's how I felt when I was driving the ship, because I was in the front of the ship, driving the ship. And so it didn't bother me at all. So, but to see those guys, trying to throw up and drive the ship at the same time, I mean, yeah, you could be soft and like, okay, you sick, let me get somebody to relieve you or whatever like that. No, the only way you're gonna get over it, you gotta dash through it. You gotta dash through it. But the second one was, whoever the conning officer was at the time, he also got sick, and he tried to hide it. So he went over to the left side, the port side of the ship, which is the left side, over the flying bridge, and and the funny thing was, we had this meal called beef stroganoff. That's like beef chunks with noodles in it with gravy. So he went over to the flying bridge, like using my peripheral vision. So, I saw him going over there. I just thought he was going out for some air or whatever. Next thing you know, you saw him like go up and over. Not fall over, but he went up and over because he wanted to like, throw up, and he didn't want nobody to notice and see him. But he got busted because when he came back on the bridge, his glasses fell off. And guess where the chunks was at? The chunks was in his glasses. So he thought he got away with it, but some of the throw up got in his glasses, and we smelled the throw up in his glasses, and we saw it. And he couldn't do nothing but laugh, because he tried to get slick and tried to hide it for us. So we all cracking up on the bridge for like 5-10 minutes, man, because he tried to be sneaky with it. Everybody else was like open with their like getting seasick or whatever, throwing, up jumping in the bag and everything. He tried to be slick, doing overboard or whatever. And got busted, got all over his glasses and some on his jacket. So that was the two biggest highlighted stories, man, from me being on the ship. Now another story was we pulled into Nova Scotia, Canada. We went to Halifax, well, just say Canada, because we went to different areas of Canada while we were there. And it was show ship. Show ship is like when you pull into certain parts of different countries or whatever, and you give tours to the civilians. So I didn't have duty, so I left. I left the ship. We had bikes and everything, so I just jumped on it. But I just wanted to tour the area. The other guys that didn't have duty on the ship, everybody was gone. So I pretty much tried to go catch up. But when I was going down the ship, I saw some people on the ship. Like I said, it was a tour ship. They wanted to see the ship. So it's like I said, granted, I think I was like 18, 19 at the time, so they were young girls like me, young, not like me, but like young people, like 18, 19-year-old girls. And they said, "You just came from that ship." I said, "Yeah." "Yeah, we want to see that ship. Is that your ship? Can you take us to see it?" First time I was like, I said, "Yeah, they got people up there to take me around." They was like, "Yeah, but you said that ship, you just came off that ship." They was trying to figure out if I was just on tour the ship or if I worked on the ship. I said, yeah, that's not my ship, but I worked on that ship. "Okay, can you take us to some shows around the ship?" I said, "Oh, okay." It was 9 nice looking ladies. Now, the only downfall to that was that my friends, they had duty. And, I got 9 women with me, so I took them up to my signal bridge, showed them around the bridge. We took pictures and everything. I got one of my guys to come take some pictures of us and stuff, on the regular part of the ship where there wasn't like anything major exposed or whatever. Certain areas you can't take pictures of on the ship. So I was like, I said, I will bring my friends up here, but they all working. They all got duty. I said, it's nothing I can do. They're working. I mean, I did link up with one of the girls, that liked me and everything. She was pretty cool. And we kept in contact for the longest, but it fell off, her being from Canada and me traveling the world and everything. So she said, "Oh, I'm coming to New York." I said, "Well, I don't know where I'm going to be at when you be in New York. I could be on the other side of the world somewhere or in the middle of the ocean." So I told her, I said, "Look, we only got like one more day here. That's the only thing I can do is take y'all numbers and stuff, and then maybe meet up with y'all tomorrow with some of my buddies that's off duty. Most of my friends that I dealt with, they were engineers. Some of them was deck division. Some of them was in the operation division. They had duty section that day. Not all of them. Some of them was already out in town already having fun. But the ones that had duty, those are the only ones that, I could talk to and let them try to meet. So that's what happened with that, And we linked up, we had fun, and we were saying, "Where the heck was we at?" "Oh man, where we was at?" "Yeah, we went out to work." And a Canadian club, they had the Canadian Navy out there. And we all in civilian roles, and the Canadian Navy guys, they didn't take too kindly to us. To their women or whatever. So they thought we were just regular people out there. They didn't know we were military, like I said. And they were almost adorable working out until the MPs came. And it was like, "Look, this is the U.S. Navy. These are the American Navy guys," or whatever like that. Because they know when we go to court, that's what we do. We go out to have fun. So the guys that drink, go drink. The guys that gamble, go gamble.